How do you start the process of a prenup?
So where I tell couples to start with a prenup is, number one, full disclosure. Interesting fact, for a prenup to be enforceable in pretty much all 50 states, both spouses have to disclose to one another all of their assets and debts. Put it down. And the way that we do that in our prenups is we literally have each spouse write down kind of like a personal financial statement where they list out all of their, all their accounts, the last 4 digits of the account number, item by item, all the way down, all of their debts. And just that action alone can be hugely beneficial to the relationship because there's no other good time to do it. Laying out your balance sheet is not first date material. It's not third date material. There's really no other good time to do it. And for a lot of couples, it's the first time that they see that their spouse to be has, $100,000 of student loan debt or $20,000 of credit card debt, or they owe $50,000 to the IRS. And people don't like to be surprised with that kind of information after they're already married, and their first tax return gets garnished by the IRS. Debtors don't care that the money that's in the account that's getting garnished came from your paycheck and not your spouse's paycheck, to pay that debt. So, number one, full disclosure. And then, number two, kind of setting up I call them money buckets. There's mine, there's yours, and there's ours. Right. And I think a lot of us, my parents got married back in the 60s. You just had one bank account. And everything went into that bank account and everything came out of that one bank account and nobody had their own money. It was just kind of like that one thing. Then there's a lot of couples who do, two. Like, I just keep my stuff separate. You keep your stuff separate. And, maybe you'll Venmo me, your half of the dinner, but that's not exactly convenient for, a long-term, marriage. Yeah. And so, I try to recommend that my couples set up those 3 categories, mine, yours, ours, and then kind of go down, asset by asset, what did I bring in? What did you bring in? What are we going to build together? And then set up their bank accounts in the same way, like what are the things that, we're both going to contribute to, your mortgage, your utilities, your life insurance, maybe a travel fund, that kind of thing. And then you'll have your money that is separate. I will have my money that is separate. And then I can pay for, if I go out to lunch with my boys or, you go shopping, those kind of, kind of the play money accounts. We both have our own money to spend without the other person having oversight or, feeling like, the other person gets to check up on, how often I go to Chick-fil-A by myself, that kind of thing. So.
That sounds specific.
Yeah, I'm telling on myself.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Cashing Out the Podcast. To see more videos like this, subscribe to our YouTube channel and be sure to turn on your notifications. To get your copy of Cashing Out the Book, visit Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble, your local bookstore, or download the audiobook on Audible.